Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and this video is just simple meals that you can do each night to feed your family. I'm going to try to make this as frugal as possible, but as frugal as possible as it is, the first thing I'm looking for is how easy it is, and then I'm going to look at how much it'll cost. So these right now are $3 or 3 for $10 at my local grocery store, and I just need to fill up this huge bowl, and trust me, this will feed my family of 7 good cereal size bowl salads. And it comes with a little bit of meat, not a whole lot. And all I am doing to this $6 bag of salad, and it has, you know, my dressings in it, I added 1 container of mushrooms. I'm dicing up a can of olives, so $2, $3. This was $5. So right now we're at $10 over here. This was $5, but this is going to make 3 meals for us. So if I divide 5 into 3, it's about $1.75 each, a little per meal, roughly. And so I'm just going to third it, because you don't need a whole lot in the salad. There was a little meat. And the other one's going to be for after church tomorrow. And then the third one is going to be for during the week. Okay? So, but if you have, just saying, if you have like leftover meat from other meals, please go and use that. You don't need to do this. I just don't have any. So that is really all it is. And I'm just cutting them all up, putting it in here. Just gonna drizzle it, stick it in the bowls, and this has taken me 5 minutes. It'll take me about 5 minutes to finish this. So that is my number 1 quick, easy meal for you tonight. Tip: not every child is used to salad, and I get that, and this might be a better meal when your children are more adapted to salads. What we did to get our children more open to salads was I made it twice a week, and they were required to eat it, or they had to eat it the next day for breakfast. And trust me, after a few times, they're going to eat that salad. And I don't make a full bowl to begin with. I just maybe do a half a bowl to begin with, and just say, this is what you get for dinner tonight. And it's old school, and I do know that there are exceptions to that. But I don't have any exceptions in my household. So that's my tip. And of course, if your kids have heroes that they love to watch on YouTube, then let them see them eat those salads. Can we just say, like Darcy Isabella, like my kids are all about smoothies now, thanks to her. So, okay, so tonight's dinner is a 1-pan chicken enchilada dish. I do like to make this on, you know, nights that I need to throw something together, because it really doesn't take a whole lot of work. Anyway, it takes maybe 30-40 minutes tops, so maybe that's like a lot for some of you, but for me, who can end up spending like an hour and a half in the kitchen making dinner, this is a great meal. So there is some already browned turkey. When I do my grocery shopping, I try to brown some stuff and just have it ready. So there's some brown turkey in there, and then some onions, and then and garlic. I'll leave the link to the recipe down below, but I typically just use the Italian sausage that you can get. And then I added the onion, the garlic, and some enchilada sauce. Now this is mild, but we still find it a little bit hot for us. Or I should say for my kids, I'm okay with it. So I just do a little bit of that, and then a little bit of tomato juice to kind of mild it out. And then you have some chicken broth in here. and that's just going to simmer, like I said, for that much length of time. There's also gluten-free pasta noodles in here. It's going to sit for those 15 minutes, and while that's going, you can, fill water bottles, etc. And then once it's done, you just top it with some cheese. Okay, so like I said, I will have the recipe linked down below. This particular pasta cooks really quickly. Anyway, so while I have that, I'm just gonna have my eldest daughter, or you can even have like a 2 or 4 year old, maybe not your 2-year-old, you can have a 4-year-old cook or cut up some of the olives to place on top, and I already have some shredded cheese that I'm gonna throw in. It does take probably a little bit of prep ahead of time, but really not all that much. And then I'm just gonna pull out some shredded lettuce and we'll put it on top. Again, just another really quick meal for tonight, and I thought I would share that with you. So here's my little boy's plate. I made a salad to go with it, but he just gets the tomato and cucumber. So that's what it looks like. Okay, this is just another really simple soup that I put together in the autumn, and I guess you could call it autumn soup, but I've got some bell pepper, some sweet potato, and some butternut squash right there, some onions, some zucchini, and celery, and I just diced it all up. And then those are some sausages that I can find on sale pretty often, and they're just cut and cubed. And so now I'm going to turn the oven on, and we're just going to get that pan hot. There is a little bit of olive oil, and then I realized you might want to know that I'm putting olive oil in there, so there you go. We'll just add a little bit more, and then we're going to add the onions to this. Okay, this is what happens when #MomLife calls you, and I burnt the onions, so now I'm just going to add a little bit of garlic to it. I really don't recommend burning your onions, so turn the heat down lower and it'll just save you a little bit of trouble later on. I just forgot to do that, so that's going to be the next step, is just getting those garlic and onions in there. Now it's time to add all those other vegetables so we can just get them sauteing and soft. And I like to do this just for a little bit before I put my vegetable or chicken broth in. Now I'm just going to add some water in here. If you've got chicken broth, go ahead and use that, but I really didn't, and I'm just going to add water and get this start boiling for about good 20 to 30 minutes. Now this, once it's at a boil, you can definitely just kind of turn it on a simmer. If somebody's going to be home, then I will just let it simmer while I go and do, maybe one of the kids' activities, which honestly we're about 7 minutes away from each of their activities, so I can just let it simmer. While I'm doing that, you can throw it in the crock pot or the Instant Pot if you prefer, and by the time we get back home, it is all done, and that's all I have to do to this recipe, which makes it such a family-friendly, easy, quick, it's quick for me, type of meal for the evening. And it's got so many vegetables in it, which means that I don't have to worry about adding, a salad or anything else to it. I'm just adding just a tiny little bit of nutmeg right here, and it just makes the soup just have a little bit of fall spice to it, and I love it. Now you can skip this step if you use chicken broth, but right here I'm just adding a little bit of our pink Himalayan salt to it just to kind of give it a little bit of flavor. Now let's add some bay leaf to this. This is ground bay leaf that you can find on Amazon. I'll leave it linked down below. And then that's sweet basil. And I think I'm adding some turmeric. Yes, because I love turmeric. It just makes everything look great. I'm getting hungry just looking at that, and I had a really hard time holding the camera and seeing what I was doing, so I apologize. But you just want to get this to a boil and then let it go for 20 minutes on a full boil. there you go. There's the beautiful, wonderful soup. I would have waited to put the zucchini in until a little bit later. I ended up cutting it more and adding it again once it was finished, just to make it a little bit not so soggy. But there's the next quick and easy meal that we did this month. Alright folks, here is one of those easy meals that you can make. This has taken me about 30 minutes approximately to cook this. All I have in here are some onions that I cooked separately, and then I chopped up 3 different bell peppers, cooked them, chopped up some kielbasa or summer sausage or whatever you call it, and then I added it to here. I also put in some basil pesto, and honestly, if I could do this over again, I would put the basil pesto in the pasta that is cooking right here, and then add that to this. But I wasn't thinking, I kind of had my head in the clouds right now. But we just have some pasta cooking here, and once this is done, I'll drain it and add it to that. And there is a quick meal for those nights where you just need something fast. And again, this took me about 30 minutes to cook. And that's going to be it for this video, for just what I find to be quick and easy meals and as frugal as possible for those nights that you just need something easy. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.